Ricotta was way out of budget for us. I could eat all of that, but that's got to go between our chicken. I don't know where to start. So I've just been to Aldi, and today I'm going to be attempting to make a 3-course meal for 2 people for £10. You go out to any restaurant these days and just like one main course for you is going to be £12 or maybe even more, 15, 16, depending on where you go. So I thought this would be a fun way to do date night for Carolina and I, at the same time doing a fun little budget challenge for you all and seeing just what we can come up with and make. Anyway, here's what I got on Aldi. A potato, some baby spinach, bit of dark chocolate, chicken, butter that's not butter, soft cheese, granulated sugar, 6 eggs, and plain flour. All that together came to £8.69. So I'm off to Tesco now and I've got, what, £1.31 to get pretty much all my veg with, which I think is a really good amount actually, because you can buy your vegetables individually from Tesco, like 7p for a carrot, that kind of thing. So let's head over there now, see what we can find, and then I'll get back and we can start prepping dinner. Now, I feel I do need to stress that when I say a 3-course meal, I don't just mean like I'm gonna buy a £2 pizza or I'm gonna buy a bit of pasta and a jar. No. I'm talking if you were to go out to a fancy restaurant, order a really nice 3 courses that's probably gonna set you back 70, 80 quid or so altogether. Maybe 100 if you add a bottle of wine. Not that I'm going to be adding a bottle of wine. I've bought a load of, raw, fresh ingredients, and I hope with a little bit of finesse, I'm going to turn them into something quite extravagant. I am going to try my best to get absolutely all out for this. I got to Tesco and grabbed a scanner. Got a couple of mushrooms, a large garlic, and a carrot as well. Picked myself up an onion, added a parsnip, and it came to £1.11 altogether. So amazingly, all of that only cost me £9.80, so we're under our £10 budget, which is fantastic. I don't know where to start. Prepping the starters is as good an idea as any, right? What I like that I've done is a lot of the different ingredients I've got are going to be able to be used across different dishes. Let's start with our starter. One thing I forgot to mention, as always, oil, salt and pepper. Don't count towards the £10. Standard cupboard essentials like that, we're just going to assume that everyone has at home because let's be honest, we all do have them at home, right? So I'm going to start simply by cooking this entire bag of spinach. Got a little idea of what I'm going to make. It is slightly improvising for all of these. A lot of these are my brainchild. I've looked at a couple of recipes, but either way, most are just coming out in my head. And I hope they work. Alright, spinach is cooked, so a couple of things that's going to happen here. So firstly, I'm going to do something for my main, and I'm going to put a little bit of the spinach into this little pot. I'm just going to blitz the spinach up, make a little puree. Simple as that, I've made a little puree, just blitzed it up, a little bit of water, a little bit of salt, beautiful. So I'm making, for our starter, a dish called malfatti, which is like Tuscan, Italian, something like that. And it's essentially gnocchi, which we've made before if you've seen this channel, made with spinach and ricotta. Although obviously, being £10 budget, ricotta was way out of budget for us, like way out of budget for us. So instead, I have replaced it with soft cheese. So I mixed the spinach and cheese together with some egg and flour until I got this sticky, gloopy mixture. After this, I rolled it into balls on a tray of flour and boiled them for 2 minutes until they floated. Made a sauce with our butter that's not butter and some fresh rosemary from the garden. Plated up and served. It looked awesome and tasted even better. So good. Starter out of the way, and we're going to move on to our main. And our main, I'm going to do a little ballerina chicken with a couple of purees on the side, a nice half roast carrot, and some roast potatoes in the air fryer. Looking forward to this one. It's going to be nice. I haven't made a ballerina chicken in years, so I'm going kind of off my own head, and I'm going to be stuffing it with something a little bit different to what I normally would. Normally I do like sausage mince and stuff, but those mushrooms, that garlic and the onion that we bought earlier, That's what our filling's gonna be, mixed with a little bit of the cream cheese. Mwah, it's gonna be lovely. Let's do this. So here I've made my filling for the chicken ballotine. It's just really easy, mushrooms, onions, garlic, all together, tiny bit of flour to bind it together, and then I've just added the rest of the cream cheese, and that's really yummy. I could eat all of that, but that's got to go between our chicken. Now, I'm not very good at this next bit, not gonna lie. I've got to butterfly some chicken, and then we're gonna kind of bash it out, lay it over the top of each other, make our little ballotine, which is basically a rolled up chicken sausage with something in the middle. You've got to get something like this, where you get 2 bits of cling film, put your chicken between it. Then we're gonna do the most satisfying thing in the world, and only don't do it standing up and holding it like this with a flat palm, because that's gonna cause an accident. We're coming to the bit that I haven't done properly in a long time. Can't quite remember how we want to do this. I then poached the poorly put together ballotine. My ballotine of chicken doesn't look like it's come out all that well. There she is, draining for the time being. I'm scared about unwrapping it. And so you should be. It fell apart. Look at that. Awful. Trying to salvage it. This is why I'm not a professional. Looks alright from this angle though. I forgot to film the plating process, of course, but after making my roasties and a parsnip puree, here's the result. Looked good. I couldn't wait to tuck in. And actually, tasted great too. Even got a thumbs up from Carolina. And finally for the day, it is dessert time. I am going to try and make a chocolate fondant. I've never made one before. I mean, you'd think I haven't made most of these things before. I have made a ballotine before, and I know it didn't turn out very well, but it still tasted really good. It just didn't look very good. Don't have any ice cream to serve it with because we couldn't afford it, but we got all the ingredients for the actual fondant, which is great. Hopefully we get a really sticky, yummy, gooey center, you know, just what you want. We'll see. Is it going to be sticky? Is it going to be gooey? Is it going to be yummy? I guess we're going to find out. I've got this little recipe from the interwebs. Hopefully it's going to be all right. Guys, please do remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Hopefully you like this little thing we've done so far. And it inspires you to get there, cook for cheap, for you and your partner. Why not? Do it. Have a go. It's good fun. It's been a little bit chaotic today, but I've enjoyed it. You should do it too. All subscribe. Plenty of these more fun things coming your way soon. This is either gonna turn out really, really well, and we're gonna have these amazing chocolatey, gooey, beautiful things, or going to be a travesty, and we're just going to end in disaster. So I beat some melted chocolate, butter, eggs and sugar together, repeating multiple times until all combined. I poured it into my molds, which were much larger than in the recipe, and I ended up with this. It sunk, but I mean, at least it had a gooey center. I did do one. I didn't do it for enough time because I think my ramekins are much bigger than the ones that they're using in the actual recipe. So I put this one in for another 10 minutes instead. So this is the second one. Luckily Carolina didn't want one. It's definitely held together much better. Just we didn't hold its shape coming out, which is fine. Like if I ate it from the pot, probably would have been really good. But we're not about presentation here. Oh no. And this is just about spending a little bit of money to do something fun with your loved ones. 3-course meal for a tenner. Let's go. That's as good as most chocolate fondants that I've had. That is really, really yummy. Maybe it didn't hold its shape so much because we had granulated sugar, not golden caster sugar. Unfortunately, that would have brought us over budget. And a little bit of ice cream over the top of this. It will cut through really nicely and it will be really good. But I'm really happy with this, and I'm going to eat every last morsel, and it is very yummy. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this challenge. £10 for 3 courses is a 3-course meal. In fact, we did it for £9.80. If you've got any ideas for other budget challenges, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, if you're not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, and I will catch you next week with our next challenge. I'll see you then.